Well, moving on, the process to amend critical areas of the 1999 Constitution came to a climax on Tuesday when the Senate and House of Representatives in separate sittings voted on the amendment of the Constitution. While the lawmakers voted on a total of 68 bills, only 43 were passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. Some of the bills have, however, elicited reactions from Nigerians. Our correspondent Folashade Ogorinde now reports.
This scene of protesting women at the gate of the National Assembly is as a result of the outcome of voting on bills to improve inclusion of Nigerian women in governance. The Green and Red chambers yesterday both failed to vote in favor of the bills to provide special seats for women at the National Assembly as well as affirmative action for women in political parties.
We cannot be giant of Africa when more than 50% of the population is neglected. We are therefore demanding for the 35% affirmative action for a better Nigeria, and the time is now.
The House of Representatives, however, voted in favor of a bill seeking to reserve quota for women in either ministerial or commissioner appointments.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it does not hurt, it does not injure, it does not do any harm to the Federal Republic if we bring our women folk up to speed. And 20% of it, Mr. Speaker, is not out of place.
The system is down, and I'm going to put the questions. Those in favor of the 20% for women say aye. Those against, please say nay. Clearly, 230, the ayes have it. 20% for women.
The National Assembly scored some points at plenary when it voted in favor of financial and administrative autonomy for local government, as well as financial autonomy for state legislature and judiciary.
Some of us have been clamoring for local government autonomy, both administratively and financial. So it is important that that autonomy is given to local government. So I'm so happy. And I join other Nigerians to really congratulate the members of the House, for doing this. And I know that as time goes on, there are some other things that will be taken care of in terms of restructuring Nigeria. And this is one of the first steps. The issue of autonomy of local government, of a state and House of Assembly and that of the judiciary has always been in the lips of everyone, including the Supreme Court justices. The autonomy is guaranteed as long as there is no offense to any provisions of the Constitution.
Some key bills witnessed interesting outcomes. The bill to override presidential veto and executive veto in respect of money bill was rejected, while the bill to add value-added tax to the exclusive list received a resounding no from both the Green and Red chambers. Also, while both chambers refused to approve the termination of tenure of elected officials with defect to other political parties, provision for independent candidacy in election received an overwhelming yes from the House of Representatives and Senate. The voting exercise undertaken by the National Assembly is not the last stage of the amendment to the 1999 Constitution. Both chambers will set up a conference committee to harmonize the differences in the proposed amendments in order to pass the Constitution amendment bills in identical formats. After harmonization, 2/3 of the state assemblies will have to pass the bills before it is now sent to the President for assent. Folashade Ogorinde, TV 360 News.